though. I heard he's terrible.
He is. He doesn't care about teaching. He just want to like finish grad school. That's the only reason he's there. Just like temporary other thing.
So
I heard like
selfish.
only
Yeah,
five
that's
kids
pretty
last year, like passed.
His
So
team
he
died,
was
like,
there.
really
I literally
well.
heard it. Was
All right, so 57.
Yeah.
57. Let's go to 57. Let me screen share.
Your board's off, by the way.
That'd be fine.
I know. I'm trying to turn on.
Well, half of his teaching is complaining.
Hi, Deborah,
Is that
for
Greenwald?
skipping. Thank you for
Yeah.
skipping. Hi, Deborah.
Love Greenwald. Is Deborah skipping? Wait.
Well, you know, apparently Greenwald has bronchitis now. We're like,
I'm not surprised.
Oh, you're not.
yeah, he's always a beach.
Ew, that was so gross. I remember that.
What?
Mr. Greenwald, when he would take his mask off, the inside of the mask would be like brown.
Was he a smoker?
No.
Well, apparently he has bronchitis. So probably like developing for the years. It was really bad.
Or like his belly just coming out of his chest.
And I'm not trying to be like mean about it, but like,
I think it's the biggest time. Because there's no way you can go around like that all day.
no.
Yeah, you know you're alive.
No way.
Huh?
You know you're alive.
Mr. Greenwald's not gonna watch the stream.
That's true. You can say that.
I hope.
I'll put my face on it.
We should have a podcast about him.
We should
Just for content.
I'll share out my story. Everyone, guys, let's do a podcast.
Everyone gets to like share their favorite Greenwald story and we like go around in a circle.
Oh, that would be actually. That would be.
And then each week we choose like a different teacher to like share stories about.
You can say shit about me. I don't care.
No, but we have nothing bad to say, you know?
No, you do.
Let's say
Mia does.
The Asian dad stereotype. Those are
Mia
like
hates
so
me,
much
right?
bad things. Oh.
Yeah, let's hear
We
it.
don't have exits in that podcast. All right. Anyway, so let me go to this. Wait, why is not?
I don't know why.
Why is not reflect?
I think it's something I keep mixing up. I don't know.
There we go. What question is this? Okay, so my favorite favorite thing to say from now on, actually, use substitution is don't ever go back to your x's. You get it? No, you don't get it. Okay, so the problem is a lot of you guys go back to x. Ooh, somebody didn't do homework.
Oh no, I said that I didn't. I'm sorry. I literally, because I always check the calendar for my homework, so if it's not in the calendar, I don't see it. I'm sorry, Mr. Ye. I'll go back and I'll do it tonight.
Okay. Du is equal to 3x squared dx. And then du over 3x squared equal to dx. And then you should get 2x squared. This is square root u, and this is du over 3x squared. And the nice thing, they cancel out. But this is a definite integral, so it's going to be 2 over 3 u to the 1/2. Du is between not 2 to 1, but you're going to sub in the 2, which is 2 to the 3rd power is what? So it would be 9, right? And 1, so it's going to be 9 to 2. So it'll be 2/3 to the, I'm going to do integration, so it'll be 3 over 2, and then 2 over 3, between 9 to 2. So it's actually 4 over 9. This is 27 to the 3 over 2, minus 2 to the 3 over 2. Any questions so far? Now, if you pay attention, I never go back to x. I stay as a u when I integrate. And then that's going to be 4 over 9. This one is going to give you, so square root, wait, this is 9. I'm an idiot. This is 9. So 9 to the 3 over 2 is square root of 9, which is 3. 3 to the third is 27. That's what I'm trying to say. Minus, this one's 2 square root 2. If I, if I write 2 to the 3 over 2, that's equal to 2 to the third, and square root, you can take out a 2, and that's just math. So that's going to be 12 minus 8 over 9 square root 2, and that's our final answer.
Mr. If the degree of side radical is higher, would you start with 2x squared? Or do you always start with the radical? Do you always derive the radical?
I always do roots before I do
I'm gonna
power.
make it
Exactly.
Calculus is a 49. It's probably something, but I don't know what I keep messing up.
Did you come back to X? Don't ever go back to X.
Yeah.
Seriously. It's a messy
Do
situation.
you ever from experience with the
Yes.
Oh no.
Been there, done that.
I just gave up.
It's not good.
I think I'm got the boat ready to go back.
Good lord.
Top middle.
Top middle. Oh, I see it. Or you just stopped. But where's the rest of it?
Oh, I did. I think I have an answer.
Or any more questions?
I got to do 49.
Good exactly.
You should know how to do 49. 49 is a question that we went over.
Here, let me do it and then let me.
My personal favorite question will be 61, 63. I think 61 is a really cool question.
Wait, let's go with 2.
I think the answer is you're supposed to get 1.5 if you do it right. Yeah. Did you get 1/2? Did anybody get 1/2?
I think that's what first.
49 not
One
between
half's
two
good.
numbers. 49 like not in a bound. You didn't
Yeah, no,
put-
this is your right.
Yeah, 49 is indefinitely.
61.
I'm starting 49 and then once I get my answer, I'll hope you.
61, I got 2 ln. Good.
62 is, I think we did that one in class.
Yeah, 16.
Was that 16 over 3? Okay, so 61 is a good question. The reason why it's a good question, I put it on test before. And the reason why that's a good question is because you have to see it actually work out perfectly. So yeah, this question's on the test before. Do you know how to do it? Did you get 1/2? Did anybody get 1/2? If you get 1/2, then you're doing good. If you did not get 1/2, that means something wrong with your calculations. Devin, is something wrong with the calculation?
Probably.
Maybe you should redo it. So those of you guys did not get it, you should redo it. Just because this is a very, very interesting question. I love the question setup. It's actually work out pretty nicely. And it require like a different layer of thinking skill. It's like usually you think about it at 1 less degrees. And technically this question is 1 less degree. You just have to see it or have faith in there when you're doing this type of questions. Did anybody did not get 1/2? Raise your hand if you did not. Okay, so what else you guys need to work on it? Try to get it better. I'll go over in like 2 minutes. But you guys still can continuous work. So
You're gonna learn how to use natural log for yourself.
yeah, of course. I'm gonna learn all this stuff before the end of the year, even though they take away my classes like pepperoni and
When do we
That's
stop
us.
like learning?
probably a week after spring break. And all the after that is all like review, even Saturdays. Saturday is gonna be mock exams.
How many of those do we have to go to?
Well, if you're a senior, you want to take a mock where you got, I can give you a lot of version. So if you're a senior, you want to get your mock exam up to either 4 or 5. For me to give you a final grade because I cannot give you a grade change. But right now, if you have an A, then you don't have to worry about it. As the people who don't have an A, they have to worry about it. But most of them, if you're a junior, then you can actually wait until next year. So I still can change your grade following year. But
Based off of your actual AP exam.
based on your actual AP exam. But the senior is going to base on mock.
Mhm.
So you want to take as many as possible to get it to a certain score for me to just change it to A. Or so it's pretty fair. It's not
And then do you do that thing where like I remember like some of the mock exams I've taken where they like give you a sheet based off of like what you like messed up and everything like on the exam, like it highlights the problems and like what lessons like corresponded with it. Do you do that or do we not really get to see what we got wrong?
Oh yeah, of course you're gonna see what you're wrong. You not only get it wrong, you have to correct it.
Okay.
For me, like the more practice the exam, like that's how some people got a 5 last year. Like Harmon, for example, he never passed like tests. Like he always get like throughout to the third quarter, he's still getting like zeros,
Mhm.
and he passed the AP exam with a 5. So that at the end he really works hard because that stretch is gonna affect your grade a lot more because it really depends on how you score on AP exam. Right now I teach stuff like this because stuff like this will show up in college calculus, but this particular question probably will not show up on the AP exam because it's hard. So u equal to 1 plus square root x du, well, I'm going to change to 1 plus x to the 1/2. So that's going to be 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 dx. I usually change to 1 over 2 square root x like this, so that way I can see it. So it'll be 2 square root x du equal to dx. So if I do integration, and it's gonna be u squared. The bottom is still square root x, and this is 2 square root x du. So the square root of x will cancel out. So it'll be integration of 2 u to the negative 2 du. Now I need to change the boundary from 9. So at this case, it's 1 plus square root of 9 is equal to 3. 1 plus square root of 1 is equal to 2. I think, no, hold on a second, 4, I can add. So it's 2 to 4. So 2 to 4. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be u to the negative 1. Negative. Wait, here it's going to be negative 2 between 2 to 4. So negative 2, 1 over 4 minus 1/2. So it'd be negative 2 times negative 1 over 4th. So it's 1/2, I think. I think that's what I got. I don't know. Yeah. It's actually worked out very, very nice because if you really think about it, the 1 plus square root of x, the 1 less degree is actually something 1 over 2 square root of x. And that's what caused this part to cancel. And that's what it worked out very, very nicely. This question is very, very good. Very, very good. Question 62 is also another question, but we did that in class, did we?
Yeah.
We did that in class, right? You should get 16 over 3. Now, I will say some people choose to go back to u, to go back to x. It's always going to get more messy in that situation. AP exam prefer you stay with u, just the reason because the multiple choice can written that way. So you don't want to go to x. And that's why I say don't ever go back to your x. Just if you step in integral, just do it in terms of u. solution is usually pretty nice. Oh, some people keep on saying, are you gonna get the same answer? Yes, but and trust me, it's just a lot more writing, a lot more messier. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means it's not preferred. Questions about this one? Okay, what's today we're gonna cover? It's a short lesson. It's just basically trig. So let's talk about trig. Trig is what's the integration of 5 cosine of 5x dx? Okay, so oh, you don't see it, sorry. No, my bad, that was ink. 5 cosine of 5x dx. Now, if I ever want to choose to integrate this, how do I know is use substitution? Well, first of all, on your integration doesn't have cosine of 5x or doesn't have cosine of 2x. So what does u equal to here? 5x, good. U equal to 5x is actually excellent because do you have one less degree outside? It's a constant, so which is nice. So u equal to 5x, du equal to 5 dx, and du over 5 equal to dx. So the constant, if you have constant, it's not something you have to worry about it. So it's going to be 5 cosine of u, and this is du over 5. Nicely, they cancel out. So it'll be cosine of u du. What's the integration of cosine u? Sine u plus c, right? Sine the 5x plus c. And if you take a derivative of this, guess what? You're going to get exactly the same thing as 5 cosine of 5x. Going too fast? Understand? Now this one is going to be tricky. So I have this question of sine square of 3x, cosine 3x. Now, when you think about u substitutions, make sure you think about du. Before you even do it, before I say, oh, I want a u equal to cosine 3x, think about what du is, right? Before you do it. So the idea is you want your du that is presented in the question so you can cancel something and everything is going to be in terms of u. So you're going to have to rethink everything. What do you think u has to be in this particular case? There's a lot of options. There was sine squared 3x, there was sine of 3x, there's 3x, there's cosine of 3x, there's sine of 3x, cosine of 3x. What would you want a u equal to really help you solve the problem? Remember, if you want to do u first, then you take a derivative inside your head. See if there's something there you can get help. I'll repeat that again. Before you choose which one u is, take a derivative inside your head and see if there's something there to help you or something there for you to cancel. So what would you want u equal to in this case? Evan, what do you think you need to be here? It's okay to be wrong.
What is that? 3x.
What did you say?
3x.
3x, okay. So u equal to 3x, you're gonna get sine of square of u, cosine of u. But do you know how to do integration of sine square of u, cosine of u? And you could have 1 over 3 in the front because you convert that dx to du over 3. But that means 1/3 integration sine square of u, cosine of u. Do you know how to integrate that? No, okay, so it must be other option. What is u equal to? Anybody want to give it a try? And why? think about why first before you answer my questions. What do you think? Sine square x. Did you take a derivative inside your head? What is sine square 3x derivative inside your head?
Negative cosine 6x.
Nope, that's really bad. So I'm gonna say, let's just say u, just assume that u is equal to sine square of 3x. du is actually chain rule, 2 sine of 3x cosine of 3x times 3. Now, does that help me?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
You like cancel out the cosine with the one of the sines.
Then you have a sine of 3x left. You still have sine of 3x left. Okay, if u equal to cosine 3x equal to negative sine 3x times 3, but that is still have one sine of 3x left over. So what I'm trying to say is go ahead and solve for dx, and we're going to talk about Anthony's idea, 2 sine of x cosine of sine of 3x. If you did that inside your head, right, cosine of 3x, that's equal to what? Dx. Wait, this is 6, I think. But if you see that, if you substitute that, that's going to be u squared. Cosine of 3x will cancel out. Then you will have du over 6 sine of 3x. It's actually bad because you didn't convert everything. So let's try what Anthony says. Anthony says, let's write u is equal to what? Sine of 3x. Why? Because du equal to cosine 3x, which is right here. Nice. Du. Du over cosine of 3x. Oops, did I miss a 3? So cosine of 3x times 3, right, is equal to du. So the 3 doesn't matter in the front because constant doesn't change anything. So that's going to be u squared cosine 3x times du over 3 cosine of 3x. So you see that cosine 3x cancel out and it's just going to be 1/3 of u squared du. Do you see that?
Oh wait, never mind. I get it.
Because there's a chain rule, I did forgot write it down here. So then that's going to be 1/3 u to the 3 over 3 plus c. So it's going to be sine to the 3rd of 3x over 9 plus c. And this is the final answer. I'm gonna give you some questions. Let me see if I can find it. Integration. Forward bound. No, I don't want to forward bound. A recent desktop icon, maybe. Desktop. Let me see. Integration. Do I have integrations here? Integration u sub. There we go. So let's think about what question 20. What would you want u equal to in this case?
Question 20 cosine.
What does u have to be to help you convert everything to u after the first step? It's fairly easy. You have a lot of options. You have sine of x, cosine of x, cosine of cosine of x, x. Cosine of x times sine of x, which is probably the worst choice. The problem with chain rule of that's pain in the ass. There's a product rule and the chain rule. And that's definitely caused the situation more messier. What do you think u equal to here? Don't busy write it down. Think about it first. U has to be here. You want something to cancel and everything in terms of u. What do you guys think? No. It is cosine of x. Because du is going to be negative sine of x, and then like sine of x will cancel out. Then you will do integration of negative cosine of u. And then that's going to be sine of u. So it'd be negative sine cosine of x. Harmon, are you going to be the only one here today?
Yeah.
So you guys have homework on this one, but this one's going to be multiple choice.
Wait,